All right, we're not there yet, but we're getting really close to building up the rest of this with our sugar cane and bamboo, as I've already mentioned. I've also decided I'm going to add wheat, beetroots, carrots, and potatoes. So this is going to get really big. And then on top of all of this, I think that's where I'm going to build my mob drop, which will give me all of the monster drops. But in order to do this, I'm going to need a lot of resources, and a lot of them are going to need cooking. So I figured I would go ahead and show you how to make a basic super smelter. And let's go ahead and turn all of our volume off for a minute, because this machine up above is a little loud. I'm used to it, but yeah, you know. So what we want, as you can see, I have a line of hoppers going into this chest. Okay, and I cleared out this little area. This whole thing's getting cleared out eventually. So for me, this is temporary, but this is big enough to do what I need for now. And then on top of each chest, I want to place a furnace. Very simple, right? And as we know, we can take some coal. Let's just do, I don't know, let's do 18 pieces. We can put it in one, we can put something in there, and it'll cook things up for us. If I'm going to be doing all metal or all food, I can, of course, use smokers or blast furnaces, depending on which it is. All right. So let's cook that up. And as you can see, the hopper line down here is pulling it all the way over to here. Now, in order to fuel all of this and feed everything in here so that I can just put it all in one chest and walk away for a while, I need to find a way to fill these furnaces. So along the top, if you point a hopper down into it, that will feed it whatever it's going to cook for you. So in this case, I have it cooking iron. If you put a hopper pointing into the back, that will fill up the fuel section. So where I've got my coal right now. All right. So I need 16 hoppers, which I am going to cook up the iron for now. So I'm going to get that cooked up and be right back. All right, I've got my hoppers made down here, and you'll see I have a couple extras, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But we're going to come back behind here, and we're going to put them. Remember, you have to shift click if you're putting into the side of a block like this. And if you're going into a block that already can accept something like a furnace, a chest, anything like that, you have to shift click to be able to place the block as well. All right, so we've got that. Let's see. We're doing fairly temporary. Let's just put some dirt here, some dirt here. Okay. Now, in order to make this work, we have to shift click there with a regular rail and a powered rail there. I knew that would happen. All right, round two. Powered rail there, regular rail there, powered rail there. There we go. Now I should be able to... Placing rails always gets a little annoying. And powered rail. Good. Powered. One of these days I will learn how to do this without frustrating myself. Okay, let's just complete one whole line. There we go. And we'll get rid of you. Okay. Get rid of both of you. There we go. Okay, so that's all connected now. Now, okay, there we go. Rails are always a little frustrating. Boom. Now to power both of those. Let's see, I think I can do it with a redstone block, right? No, no. Okay. So we'll get rid of that. Do I have... Got cobblestone over here. And I probably got a bunch of levers over there too, now that I think about it. All right, to power both of these, I need to power... that block right there do it? Trying to think about how to do this without powering the hoppers so that we don't turn them off on accident. That work, I think. No, of course not, dummy. Does one I preset up work? Yeah. Oh, but it's gonna lock this hopper, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Okay, so instead of like that, we will power... That'll power one. We'll just go get a... I'll power several of them. I know there's a way to do it more simply with less switches and stuff, but we'll worry about that later. All right. And another lever. What? Oh, because it's a transparent block. All right. There we go. And you're powered. Are you locked? What can go in there? Oh, because there's a rail in there right now. Oh, rail. All right. Now we just need ourselves a pair of hopper minecarts. 1, 2. Let's go ahead over here. We'll turn that off, and boom, boom. Oh, and I just remembered. Hold on. This should work, right? Yeah, less dumb. I want to leave over here on, so it doesn't really matter how that one's powered. But I just want an on-off switch over there. Okay. Except, I now want to move the on-off switch to right here for the next thing. Now we want to come over here. And we want to make some chests. Just go here and here. And I guess with the dumb way that I put that redstone there and there. Okay, so fuel's going to go back here. So let's go ahead and break up our coal into lots of beautiful pieces here. Okay, and you can see the hopper minecart is now taking it, right? It's filling up. And oh, because it's just barely on that one. There we go. Slight flaw in this particular system. There's better ways to do this, but this will get us going where we want to go. Now, actually, let's just go throw down another chest. some of this other stuff out of our inventory for a moment while we do the rest of this. Now, when we turn it on, it'll launch our carts, and they'll go and they'll start filling everything up with fuel and iron, and it'll cook it for us. And I'm going to need this for now. I'm going to encase this whole thing in glass, which means I have to cook sand, and that'll help with efficiency. As I run around, you'll see occasionally there'll be pumpkins or melon on the ground, and that's just because I've got the sides open. But yeah, anyway, that's a basic super smelter for you that you can utilize for all kinds of designs and will become very relevant in the near future when, well, between episodes really, as I plan for all the stuff that's going to go into this build. And now, with that, let's get on to what I actually had planned for today. Well, hello there. Welcome back to my beginner series, or if it's your first time, just welcome. Today, we're going to start conquering a little bit of what's left of the overworld content. Really, at this point, we've got sea temples, which is what we're going to do today, which is why I went and got a new toy. Yes, I did. In fact, while I'm talking, I had a thought, a curiosity. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try. I don't think it will. Boop. I'm not sure. But we're going to go hit a sea temple today. And no, it won't. Ah, man. Okay, that's fine. You can see I've got Impaling 4, Loyalty, Channeling, Unbreaking, and Mending. Loyalty, the way it works, is you can throw your trident. Let's see. There we go. Boop, boop. If you right click and you toss it, it'll fly away. It eventually hit a block and come right back to you. So I prefer Loyalty. There's another enchantment called Riptide, which will let you soar through the water extra super fast. But that's fine. It's also got channeling on it, so if there's a thunderstorm and I hit a mob, it'll hit them with lightning. So that'll be super fun and exciting. After we get through, I can probably do it over there since it's raining. Nah, we'll play with that another time. But after we get through these sea temples or water temples or whatever they're called, I don't know. Let's see. Reorient myself. Let's see. Over to the bridge. Gonna do a raid. And then I'll go collect the stuff to do a proper wither fight, I think. And that's what I'm looking for, right? Yep. Ooh, I'm starting to remember my nether good. So a proper raid. Oh, you know what? And I'm not sure what else. Oh, it missed. I'm back. A throwaway choke. Huh. Didn't even know there was an achievement for that. But a proper raid, a proper wither fight, and I'll see if I can find a woodland mansion. Alright, let's see. Where is... Over here. I dug a tunnel up. So, you know, there's a couple things to do yet. I should have put torches in here. One day the infrastructure on this world will be fantastic. Let's get rid of that. But anyway, so the thing with sea temples, which is the focus of today, is that there's 3 elder guardians in there. And they're going to be the real big guardians. And they give you what's known as mining fatigue. Which means that you mine really slow. In fact, we'll actually see that. Let's see. Let's swim up. Where is my platform over there, I think? No. Okay, so there's the sea temple. I know that's there. Okay, here we go. We're going to start over here. And since you can't mine fast and it's underwater, you have a hard time breathing. I need to get better with that. There we go. And there's a few tricks to use. One, you can just use, I think it's the underwater breathing potions that will allow you to breathe underwater. I think it's 3 or 5 minutes depending on which one you use, or you can cheese it. Let's just make a whole bunch of these. Boop, boop. I have no idea how many I'll actually need. But and I got my golden carrots. Cool. The effect doesn't take place instantly as soon as you're in the temple. So you've got a minute, which is what I'm going to do to break in. Is it this way? I think it was over here. And I'm going to break through the top and hit one of these guardians really fast. There it is. Okay, let's take one more rocket up. And right here, we'll dive bomb it. Which will let me get in really fast. There's the guardian. Okay. Now I want to semi-avoid him while I put on my chest plate for just that little more armor. Now, let's use our trident. You want to be somewhat careful with these guys. When they're looking at you... Okay, he's dead. Cool. Their eyeball actually can do some damage to you. Okay, there we go. That mining fatigue I was talking about is now kicked in. So you saw how fast I came in? Now this is as fast as I can mine. So if I need to make an air pocket or something like that, I'm doomed. But what I can do is come in, place a door, and doors have air. They don't get waterlogged, so you can do this to cheese it. Now, there's 3 of these guys in here. One of them is always at the top here. And the other 2 are going to be in some kind of a wing. Okay, so cool. We got a sponge room. Sponge rooms are like one of the main reasons people come here. They help you clean out waterlogged areas really fast. But somewhere in here, I'm going to find access for the sides of the temple. And it's going to take me a minute because these are all laid out a little bit different. Like there's common rooms that you'll see if you do a few of these. But there's not always a common way to get between the sections. Not here. Let's go down. Let's try this first. And you'll notice these guys aren't doing any damage to me at the moment. Okay, so let's go this way. Tall area. And that's because if you can break their eye contact with you, Oh, that's the front door. I highly recommend not going out the front door. These things are everywhere. But anyway, they have to have line of sight, and it takes them a while, so we'll let this guy hit me. And boom, he just hit me. Alright. So let's eat up some food. And let's try to go back in. I'm staying kind of low and slow. Let's see, was the front door over here? No, leave me alone, guys. Leave me alone. It was not. Okay. Front door was way over here. So the side bit that I'm over right now is what I'm calling the side wings. And that's where I'm ultimately trying to get. You can also actually use the doors kind of as a shield. Okay, so that definitely doesn't help. I feel like over this way's got to be something. Okay, let's go up. Try to get to it from over here, maybe? Yeah, okay, here's the side wings. Okay, so usually there's one that's going to be, like, way over here. Oh, when their thorns are out, they actually literally have thorns like you can put on your armor. So you can take damage. Oh. Also take damage if you drown. If you hit them with like a regular sword, you'll take rebound damage, basically. Which is part of why I actually went and got this trident. I thought I saw him right there. It's not. He's around here somewhere. In fact, both of them should be in this side somewhere. The question is where. I don't like fighting them in this big area because there's a lot of them with their eyes on you. You can get in trouble in a hurry over here. Okay. Stay on top of our food. Swim quickly. Okay, he's dead. Okay, let's get out of some other eyesight. And you'll see they're dropping things like the fish, the Elder Guardians. There it is. Drop a wet sponge. So you're guaranteed to get 3 wet sponge per temple. Let's see. Let's go around here to our air. And then you might have a sponge room on top of it. And the sponge rooms are really good for getting lots of sponge, which is your best way to clear out large amounts of water. Okay. So let's get back down here. Over to here. Here we go. We'll go find that third guardian. You can do this with a sword. You're just going to have to eat more often. Which is fine. It's an annoyance at most. Oh, jeez. Apparently there's a dolphin that's playing with something in the water. This is also your best ranged weapon for underwater. Because your bow, in fact, let's just fire one off, will only go a little ways instead of the full distance you might be used to. Where the trident will go all the way. There he is. Let's kill your little friend just so I don't have to deal with him. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but Guardians do have a special mob cap. So they can spawn a lot more of them in these places, which makes these places especially hard for most people, especially before they learn about the trident. But bam! Trident for the win. All 3 Elder Guardians dead. Let's just go here. Well, you don't have to open the door. I just do that out of habit. But you'll see I have mining fatigue for a while. People will bring milk to get rid of it, but I've got another 2 minutes and 15 seconds, just so you can see how drastic this is. I'll go out the bottom of the temple here, and I may make a farm out of this eventually. I've done a few of them in the past, and it's very, very time consuming, so I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon. Not to say never, but jeez, this takes forever. Oh, and there's a block under it. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, boom, boom. Sponge rims. And these are easy to harvest no matter what if you don't have mining fatigue. But they are fastest to mine with a hoe. But otherwise, they're not too bad with basically anything in your hand. They just pop right off normally. Unless you're, suffering mining fatigue. Okay, is this... Okay, that's where I just came from. I'll probably lose mining fatigue before I find my way out of here. Okay, I remember that room. Remember that. Oh, found my way out. Cool. And yeah, these pillars down low can be kind of useful for escaping those guys. I don't know if we'll see any. If there's any squid that pop up, they actually like to kill squid as well. So, yeah. But, I don't know if I'd say it's the most exciting thing in the world. But that is, Guardian. Oh, I don't have my wings on, that's why. I was getting confused there. There we go. Guardian farms. Fantastic. You can get all of the blocks that are inside of here. So you'll see like these white lights right here. Those are sea lanterns, I believe. And then you got your multiple textures of the Prismarine block. The regular Prismarine is what I mined through real fast right there in the center. And then you got your Prismarine there. And there's a dark Prismarine, which I really, really like. And I could just go through and like manually slaughter a bunch of these. I actually got some stuff. This Prismarine shard and the Prismarine crystals. And they can be used to craft those blocks up. But anyway, that was the really boring version of sea temples when you get right down to it. Let's see. F3. Where do I want to go? I want to go negative X. And yeah, negative Z. Which I think is this way. I'm just flying to the house the hard way, in case you're curious. But yeah, really, there's not much to them. Guardian farms haven't changed much that I'm aware of. So you can go on YouTube. You can look them up pretty easy. The construction of them is actually very straightforward. So they're not a hard farm conceptually, but the problem is you have to drain all the water out of them. And in order to do that, you need maybe a lot of sand, which is a common method. If you look up tutorials, you'll see examples of people doing this. Those. Oh, I saw something. Alright, I thought I did. Yeah. Those sponges can help a lot. Don't care. Don't care. Oh, Stony Shore. I don't know if I've been to this biome yet. But let's let's see. Negative Z. That's my snow mountain, so I want it this way. And you know, a few things like that, but it's a lot of manual labor. I do have an idea for how to clear it out faster than normal, I think, with a lot less resource gathering, but I have to test it out first. And even testing it out is going to take a while to set it up, so I'm not really interested at this stage in the game. But with that, I think I'm pretty much going to call it an episode after I show you the other thing I've been up to. So you can see I've got some additions on top of the pumpkin and melon farm. And that's this cactus farm. You actually just saw one break right there. And I showed this off in a previous episode just a little bit at a much smaller scale. Okay. And this is going to be actually what I hope is going to be an experience farm. I haven't actually tested it out at the scale I'm going to build it. But one of the things that a lot of people fail to realize a little bit. Let's see. Do I have a lever? There's a stick. A cobblestone stair. Should have some cobblestone over here. Yeah. So we'll make a lever. But when you cook stuff in an oven, it accumulates experience. Okay. And a lever can actually lock it so that it'll hold an item here instead of letting it go into the hopper down here. So let's see. So my wings right now need, whatever that math is, experience. And this oven right here cooked up a lot of this iron and gold that I have, right? So when I take this out, I got a whole bunch of experience. It was enough to mend that and give me a little extra. So I have a lot of stuff I need to be cooking in the near future, which is why I set this up at the beginning of our episode. And additionally, cactus can be cooked. And when you cook it, it turns into green dye. I don't have a need for that much green dye. Oh, this is actually kicking up more than I thought it was. I'm going to go up 3 layers of what you saw up there. Because reasons. But anyway, you put in your cactus. And it'll give you green dye, which I'm going to need some of. I'm not going to need that much of it. But you can then use that to, do all kinds of other things. But in addition to the cactus up there, I'm going to put a bamboo farm up there, which I've talked about in the past. And bamboo, which I do not have any of, at least not over here, can be used as a fuel source. Now, it's a very inefficient fuel source. You only can cook 1 item, and it takes 4 bamboo to do it. Bamboo grows really fast, though, so I want to grow this up, keep constantly cooking up my green dye, which I may utilize, I may just end up throwing out. As far as I know, you cannot compost dye, although I've never tried. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay. But I'll keep cooking up a whole bunch of green dye, and when I need to repair my stuff, I can just come over here, use one of the ovens that I've set up, and boom, instant refill on fixing my tools and such. So it's going to be one of my longer term projects that'll go on for a long time. I still need to, finish texturing the house. I need to terraform all this. I did get... Actually, I didn't show this off after the end episode. I did get enough for, 11 shulker boxes. So that's a lot of inventory. I can start moving stuff around like sand and dirt at a pretty good quantity. So terraforming is going to be coming up in the near future. Now that I can actually do that at the scale that I want to. may end up going back to the end. Oh, actually, think about this. If you throw this into the void, it does not come back. Ever. So, the end is one place I definitely would not use a trident. But anyway, with that, I know it was kind of a quick, down and dirty episode, and we just hit that sea temple like it was going out of style. I hope you learned something regardless. One thing, bring a bucket of milk if you don't think you can clear it fast enough. Doors are a good breathing source. Underwater breathing potions, which you can craft up. Um, the recipe for it's on several of the Minecraft wikis out there. Or you can find them in treasure chests on some of the sunken ships or the treasure maps that you get off of them. And that'll give you, I think it's either 3 or 5 minutes, depending on if it's a breathing potion 2 or 1. Um, but really, that's kind of all there is to sea temples, at least for the beating them aspect. But I hope that's useful to you. If it wasn't, or you want some clarification on something, leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer anything that you've got there. And if you plan on sticking around for a while, leave a subscribe. This world's going to continue to develop for a long time. I do know that longer term, this series in particular is going to slow down with how fast I release episodes. Oh, I'm actually fairly lethal with that. Where are you, Trident? Come back, Trident. Oh, it's because I was still holding down right click. And I missed. It'll be back in a minute. There we go. Would you believe me if I told you I've never actually owned a Trident before? But yeah, no, if you plan on coming back to see more, sticking around and whatnot, I'd love to see some more subscribers. But I think I'll be switching over to doing a little bit more like redstone videos and stuff here in the near future. Man, where did I throw that thing? Jeez. Okay. You have angered me for the last time, Phantoms. Oh, I thought I had him. But now that we've gotten rid of the Phantoms and we can run off to bed, I appreciate you joining me, and I hope that I get to see you again tomorrow in my next video. Bye now.